The United Way helps the Hope House by providing much needed resources and support so that we can further our mission of providing innovative and compassionate services to victims.
Well, I'm a Scoutmaster with Troop 111, which is part of the Duck River District, which is part of the Middle Tennessee Council. And our council and district depend on the United Way in part for the funds used to operate the troops and the Cub Scouts and everyone else in Maury County involved in Boy Scouts.
United Way helps my organization, and my organization is the Hope Clinic of Middle Tennessee. The United Way has been helping us for the past several years. The funding that the United Way provides allows the clinic to operate. It provides a significant majority amount of the funding that helps us see patients on a basis. And again, our purpose is to see patients that have no insurance and no other means of health care.
Basically, the United Way is really essential in more than one way. Certainly most obviously the grants and financial assistance that CASA has received are important, but also being part of United Way, the visibility that affords us and the contacts that we make through dealing with other agencies and the United Way itself are helpful.
United Way helps our organization by providing funds for transportation costs for impact centers. Our individuals go out into the community to participate and learn about their individual communities every day. And of course that takes monies for transportation, and we are so thankful to United Way.
I have been very fortunate to be able to be a volunteer for several of the United Way agencies, or those agencies that have received United Way funds over the years. I've been a longtime Girl Scout leader. I'm a lifetime Girl Scout. I'm on the CASA Board of Directors and volunteered in the past with the Family Center and some others that I see just listed on the list that is supported through United Way of Maury County. And it truly helps any of us to get funds from the community, to get funds from those that are actually having donations or payroll withholdings each of their paychecks to help all these agencies and spread those funds. So those funds are vital. There are several organizations in which CASA is one of those, or Girl Scout locally is one, where there's only 1 or 2 staff members. So for them to be out trying to raise money and also run their program would be so difficult every day. I mean, they would need many more hours in their week. So United Way just fills a great void there and helps to channel those funds in a very physically responsible way.
The United Way assists the Family Center with absolute financial support. It is one of our main sources of income right now, and it allows us to give more into this community. We do at the Family Center a great deal of fundraising, but it's not enough because the need in this community is so large. So not only do we appreciate the belief that the United Way has in us, but also the fact that we work so well together. It's a resource of people for us who need assistance, but it's also the financial resource as well.
The funds that the United Way gives the Maury County Senior Center helps with all of our activities and our meal program. We have several activities that we do here, games, we have parties, and all of these different activities help keep our seniors active and having a better look on life. And it kind of just keeps them alive, you know, keeps them going, keeps them interacting with each other.
United Way impacts the community by providing much needed funds for individuals who just do not have the resources that they need.
United Way is a very important part of our community because for those people who are in need of help and assistance, especially in these difficult economic times, it provides a safety net for those folks, an organization that they can go to and find the help and assistance among the various organizations in the community to help them when they need it.
United Way helps to build strong families, which in turn is going to help build stronger communities. It assists with education. Education is something that's going to carry on throughout the generations. If we have children that have school supplies, they're going to be better students, they're going to have better grades, they're going to grow up to be more intelligent, independent individuals that are able to support their families one day.
Well, if we didn't have an organization like United Way, each organization would be responsible for raising all or part of their funds. And rather than having one organization soliciting money from various entities. We would have 20 or 30 entities out with fundraisers all year.
United Way impacts the community by fostering this concept of partnership among the agencies, which then better serves the community to meet their needs.
The importance of the United Way is that a community has a spectrum of needs. I know this is certainly true in the needs of children and youth. And the United Way is a way of stepping back and helping in some way to organize and coordinate those needs and to be sure that the needs across a larger spectrum are met.
Well, it gives some great visibility to all of the agencies receiving funds, and it also gives the community and individuals in the community a great way to channel their funds. There may be some people that are saying, well, I can't write a $25 or $50 check to CASA or the Family Center or Girl Scouts or any of the other great agencies that are listed that receive funds, but they're like, I can have $2 withheld from my paycheck, or I can have a certain amount each month. And those funds get channeled in through the United Way, through some very responsible board members and those that work with United Way, and then given to these agencies. And it's a great service, great visibility, and also help these agencies continue to do what they do best.
United Way supports many agencies in Maury County, which provides a wide variety of services to meet the needs of our neighbors in the community.
United Way is really, in my words, people helping people, and that's what it's all about. And when you have a community where you have so many needs and so many needs are going unmet, the United Way, besides the clinic that we operate, there's so many other reasons that people just need assistance in their day-to-day lives, and the United Way reaches out, helps those people, and again, in our area of the world, as far as medical care, it provides those things that they just can't accomplish otherwise.
The United Way funds help a lot of the nonprofits. I know they help us and several other nonprofits. I won't name them all, but I think that if it were not for the funds that come from the United Way, that nonprofits like myself and others, we would be struggling to continue to serve the people that are in need. We would just have a hard time serving them without the funds we get from the United Way.
Perfect. Okay. Third one. The slogan for this year is Our Community United. What does Our Community United mean to you?
Well, just as the name says, United Way unites our community, and I almost want to add to that with liberty and justice for all. Amen. I think for our community, the fact that the United Way knows the organizations that are tried and true and tested in this economy, it's really important that we know that our monies are going where they are supposed to go. So it's kind of like a hub of our community, and all of the organizations that it supports are the spokes from that hub.
Our Community United is a wonderful slogan, and I suspect that much emphasis is placed on the word united. But what has the most meaning for me is our community, because this is our community, and we get to set the standard for what our community will be like. And the United Way is leading the way in setting that standard.
I think it's more than a metaphor and more than a slogan. Practically speaking, the kinds of programs and the kind of outreach is something which is greater than the sum of its parts. And so I think it's really important that the community itself and the United Way in particular step back and look at what our most important priorities are and how we meet them best.
As a member of a community, you're responsible for helping to build your community, to make it strong, to give everyone possible the potential to reach their full well-being, whether that's through health or finance, to have parents have adequate health care for their children, school supplies, financial resources to care for their families. When you do that, you're helping everyone to make the community a better place.
Well, again, the old community chest concept, where you put everything in a pot divided based on the need of the organizations, and you make a collective effort to unite the community to raise money for those organizations. It's sort of what it means in this concept. It's one group of community people, community involvement to raise money for various entities needed in the community.
I think the slogan for this year is really putting forward what we have been doing for many years in Maury County, which is working together to provide services, whether that is through United Way of Maury County between agencies or from agency to agency. We've worked together and now we're letting people know what all we are doing.
You know, if we've dealt with the United Way over the past several years and looking at the other organizations that it provides funds to and assistance to, it really becomes a comprehensive plan for community needs. And so it really is a community effort. And again, it's the one unifying force in the community that provides all of those needs, or those needs that we can provide.
Our community united means to me that we are all in this together. All of us are experiencing problems and everyday issues, and United Way comes to the rescue so many times to help us out with our individual needs.
Well, you know, I'm sure it's seen to be something of a campaign slogan, but actually here in Spring Hill Manufacturing, inside our own organization, we've learned the value of working as a team and working together and how much more we can achieve. And I think in part, this is what United Way is trying to do in Maury County. Get the message out that if we work together collectively, we can achieve so much more than if we're working independently. And that's probably one of the fundamental essence of the United Way campaign this year.
Well, I think it's very important for us to be united in giving. United Way offers that opportunity. Hopefully there are individuals in the community that are very willing to give, even separate than the United Way, to some great entities and great nonprofits that are near and dear to their heart. But as far as united, I think even if you can't give a lot of money, we can be very united as a community in helping and volunteering. And the better and stronger community we have, then it's better for everyone. Everybody living here, everybody working here, those going to school, and it just helps us progress. It helps us to attract others when we have a good, strong community and we're all working together in any entity, you know, it's in any endeavor, whether that's to raise money for nonprofits or whether that's to just better our schools and better our community.
Community is all about teamwork. It does take a full village, it takes a family, and our community is our family here in Maury County. So when I think about a community united, it's us all working together with a common cause, and that cause is for stronger, healthier, safer, self-supported families.
Giving to the United Way helps people understand the need. United Way passes their funds on to a lot of nonprofits. For instance, sometimes we get a call, a senior that could be on the home delivered meal program doesn't have enough food to make it to the end of the month. So the United Way funds helps us have food here that we can fix them up a box of food and take it to their home so they can have enough food to last them till they get their little Social Security income or whatever. So it is, to me, it's just so important that everybody work together. We do 2 or 3 fundraisers a year. We do a yard sale, a couple of yard sales. We do a spaghetti lunch and supper, and we worked to give money to United Way, you know, to help us and other agencies. So it's very important, and people should know that. You should help your local or the whole United Way entity, because it does help. It is a great need, and we do need them.
Well, I think the organizations supported by the United Way are important for the future of Maury County. Whether it's Boy Scouts or Girl Scouts that are hopefully developing future leaders, or the Red Cross that's providing services in times of need, or the various other entities supported. It's important for our community and our county to help the people that need help, and this, in my opinion, is the best way to do it.
This is my brother Paul. He's been with the Impact Center since 1975 when Impact Centers actually opened. Paul's been with the day program in all these years. He lives at home with his mom and participates in his community at home, but he comes to the day center every day to meet with old friends, and then he goes out into the community with his staff, and they go bowling, and they go to the mall, and they go to the YMCA. Every single one of you. And so we are so appreciative to the United Way to have funds to be able to afford transportation to go out into the community and share.
You know, I think without the United Way, the community, our site would have been impacted quite a bit. You know, we've used the United Way for various reasons. It's a service that's provided for those that are in need. Regardless of what that need is, there are services and providers that can provide for those. We've had team members here over the last couple of years in our downturn that's utilized the United Way, and without that, they would have really been struggling through the tough times that our community, our site has experienced over the last couple of years.
Well, we would be unable to serve as many clients as we do. CASA of Maury County serves approximately 100 cases, 100 children at a given time, and the staff supervise approximately 40 volunteers. And we are running at the capacity of our ability to do that with the people that we have, and without the financial support we would not be able to maintain where we are and also to grow, because the needs grow as time goes on.
Well, we would have difficulty operating right now, and again, we try to be good stewards of the money that's given by United Way and private donations that come in. But without it, I don't know that our clinic could operate. And so, again, we have a great dependence, but it's a mutual admiration that I think we admire what the work that the United Way does, and hopefully they admire what the work that we're doing.
Without United Way, our individuals would be affected by maybe staying home more, or not being able to go out and participate in the community. They might just be in an individual setting, and with United Way funds they're able to go out and actually participate in their communities, and learn and grow and find out things that they didn't otherwise know or wouldn't otherwise know by staying at home.
Well, we would not have all the funds we need. So you know, it really helps to have those funds, but it would also take maybe another staff member or part of another staff member or another board member or several board members to actually try to fundraise to make that shortfall up. I mean, we're certainly fundraising in any organization that's listed and getting United Way funds. All of those organizations are out there raising money besides even their United Way funds, because that's not going to make up their whole budget at all. But this certainly helps, and this also frees up staff members, board members to actually do the work of that agency, to volunteer, to work with families, children, others in the community that need those man and woman hours to free up from actually fundraising for every single bit. So that truly helps.
Without funds, the United Way could not help so many programs that are desperately needed. They help people who don't have access to health care. They help children who don't have access to good school supplies, things like the Hope Clinic, the Red Cross. Everyone needs help sometimes. These programs are there to help people, and without the funds, these programs would cease to exist.
Without the support of the United Way, our clients would be affected because we would have to cut services such as shelter or counseling or advocacy. And these are much needed services to help victims on the path to healing.
Well, I feel like if the United Way were not here, there would be families that would fall through the crack. I like to say that everybody knows about the Family Center, but in fact they don't. United Way has that universal notoriety, and so there are families that find United Way that find these other organizations through them. So they're a great conduit, I think, of resources for our families. Without it, I am fearful that families would fall through the cracks.